Yes. All right. So you do see me though, right?
Yes.
Is it? It's cutting my head off?
Um, just glitch. 1 second. Let me check right now. No, yeah, I can see you.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you hiding for a reason tonight, man? All
I'm hiding tonight, yo.
right. It's all good.
I'm ready to roll though when you are.
All right. So let's get it started then. What we're talking about here tonight is what we talking about here tonight. Kindle Mobile Home Park, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Beautiful. All right. I was gonna play music, but since it was so difficult to get started,
Got
we'll
the
just
tunes
go.
coming on, man.
Yeah, man. I was gonna play some lively music, but oh well. All right. Anyway, this is Roger Martinez. That's Austin DeRaff, and we're gonna talk to you guys tonight about the Kindle Mobile Home Park investment opportunity. And Austin is going to explain to us why this mobile home park is such a great investment. Right, Austin?
Yes, sir. I'm ready
All
to
right.
roll.
All right. So let's start off with the basics. First of all, what's today? Today is November the 17th.
Yep.
All right. Okay, cool. Mobile home park. Austin, how many units is this park?
61 sites. 61 total sites.
61 sites. Are they all mobile homes?
We have one apartment and the rest are mobile homes. Yes. So 60 sites and then one apartment.
So one apartment plus 60 sites. Okay. Just gonna go through the numbers real quick and then we can get into the nitty-gritty as why this is such a beautiful thing. Can you see these? What I wrote there?
Yep. 61 sites, one apartment plus 60 sites.
Okay, beautiful. All right. Now, I know that this mobile home park is a value add, correct?
Yep. Big value add.
All right, beautiful. All right, so we're gonna get into that right now. Is the one apartment in good condition, or what's going on with that? Explain that.
Yeah, it's good condition. Might need to touch up a tiny bit, couple grand in TLC, but somebody could live in it right now if they honestly wanted to. But we'll try to
Okay.
max value and we'll try to clean up a little more.
Now, this one apartment, is that like a mobile home? Is that a regular house? What is it?
So the wait, say that again. What was the question?
What kind of apartment is it? What kind of structure is that?
Oh no, it's inside like it's like a garage area. It's inside like that. There's like an extra structure. The structure has two-car garage and then a full apartment in it. So it's part of that structure in the back.
Okay, all right. Now, the 60 sites, are they all intact or not?
Yeah, so we have some vacancy. We got some vacant sites that we're going to be adding value towards by filling the lots, and then there's also some vacant park-owned homes, which are great because we can go in there, renovate the park-owned homes, sell it off, convert it to lot rent, and then pay down the investors as the park-owned homes start to get sold.
Okay, great. So let's get into that right now, real quick. Um,
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. All right. So I believe there were about 6 or 7 sites that are completely vacant. There's nothing on there, correct?
Correct. Yep.
All right. So what is it, 6 or 7?
There is. So right now we got 7 vacant lots. So 7 lots are completely vacant right now. We have to infill 7 vacant lots.
7 vacant lots. All right. Real quick, what is the game plan for these 7 vacant lots?
Yeah, so in New York, it takes about 20,000 to infill it, meaning to get new utilities, connect to the city water, city sewer. In this case, it's septic and well, so connect to the water lines, set up electrical and Wi-Fi and cable and that stuff. Costs about 20,000. Now, my brother and I are mobile home park licensed dealers, so we can go to the factory using a company called 21st Mortgage. We can get the home placed in the lot for free. All we have to do is fill it. We can get the home placed. We can get the home is brand new, and then we flip the home off to an end user. The end user finance it through the same company called 21st Mortgage. They pay us call it 50, 60,000. And then we use that to pay back the loan on the new home and take the rest and use that as profit. And the goal is we can make 20,000 of profit each new home, like each new fill, and we can use that for the next fill. Kind of how builders use a sale to keep the project going. They pre-sell it. Same with us here. We'll take the infill, use that cash or revenue, use that for the next lot to be filled.
Okay, awesome. So you're gonna be selling, you'll buy one and then sell it and use that money to continue buying and selling.
Yep. And if some reason that didn't happen, we'd use the cash flow to the park and cash flow from the actual park owned homes, which are there already. Because right now, Roger, there's about four, I think even five at this point, 4 to 5 vacant park owned homes, which all have value, 20 to 30K of value alone. So if we ever got stuck, I'd sell one of the park owned homes off, convert it back to lot rent, and then take that capital and use that to infill.
Okay, so since you brought up those, right? So we have 7 that are completely vacant. They need to be infilled. So now we understand what infill means. That means basically need to be developed, right? They need to be
Yep.
improved. Yes?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. You said there's 4 that are park owned, correct? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
That are vacant and park owned.
Okay, so 4 units that are vacant, meaning there are no tenants in it,
Nope.
but they are park owned,
Yep.
meaning once we buy it, these 4 units become ours, correct?
Correct. Yes.
All right, awesome. You're gonna sell these 4 units, is what I'm hearing, yes or no?
Yes. We're gonna basically take it, use our construction advantage, renovate them. Once they're completely renovated, put up on the open market, and we're approximating probably around 50K of value for each one. So you're looking at $200,000 roughly between 160 and 200 of liquidity that could be coming in the first 9 to 12 months just to those sales.
All right, so let's break down those numbers. How much is it gonna cost you said you're gonna use the construction cost or the construction money loan to renovate these 4 units, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Correct. So how much do you think it's gonna cost to renovate these units?
They're between they're 2 bedroom, 1 baths, and there's two 2 bedrooms and 2 3 bedrooms. So the 2 bedrooms 12 to 15, and the threes 15 to 18. So roughly around 15 times 4, 60 grand. We'll get everything clean and
Okay.
ready to be sold.
Yeah, I was wondering how much does it cost to do a mobile home? It can't be that expensive.
Yep. No, nothing like a house. Nothing
Yeah.
like a house.
So boom, once they're sold off, so it's gonna cost 60K in. And then you're gonna sell them for about, you said 200 total?
160 to 200 all day. Yeah.
So either way, you're looking at a minimum of $100,000 in profit.
Yep. And
Okay.
that's not considered on the pro forma P&L. That's just extra gravy for us and our investors.
All right, that's just, and yeah, awesome. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so we got 7 vacant lots that need to be infilled. We already went through that. 4 units that are vacant and park owned. We just described that. I believe you told, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. Take a screenshot of it. I believe you told me that there are some units that need to be, I don't know, demolished or something. Was that correct?
Yes. So again, we got 4 vacant park-owned homes that are in livable condition. We just got to renovate 7 vacant lots, and there's about 5 or 6 ones that are really beat up. I already spoke to my contractor. We should be able to save 2 out of the 6. We're probably gonna have to demolish about 4 homes on the property, like actually demo them. It's not worth fixing them up; they're too beat up. And then we'll just have it vacant, and then we'll same thing again. We'll infill the lots once they're knocked down. So 2 of them we can keep, and 4 of them we gotta take down. But it's all good because we're gonna have vacant lots, and then we can just fill it back up and get a new home, full market rents, and a great tenant and a great resident in the community.
All right. So 4 mobile homes, 4 mobile tear downs, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Now, you say you have to infill them, but don't they already have utilities and everything already?
Yeah, so it's a lot easier. All you have to do is just like I was talking to my contractor. It's like a couple grand just to reconnect. It's super easy. It's
Yeah.
not. There's like one or two things you have to do for the new residents, but that's pretty much it. So it's a lot easier. Everything's already set up. So we get a new home in there and then bang, keep it rolling.
All right. Okay, cool. That sounds cool. That's a beautiful thing. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we going over everything that everybody needs to understand and know. All right.
Yep. So basically, overview. There's 61 total sites. One of them being in an apartment. So you're looking at 60 mobile home sites. Out of the 60, there's basically 4 plus 2. There's 6 park-owned homes that we have to renovate. There's 4 that we have to demolish. That's a total of 10. Then we got 7 vacant lots. That's 17. And then we got 43 sites that are available left that are actually producing cash. So we have 43 paying lots, and the goal in the first 12 months is to get up to like 55 to 57 paying lots.
6 need to be infilled, 4 need to be torn down. Correct?
Yep.
All right. Beautiful. All right. Just want to make sure that everybody understands what's going on with these, right? And I know Austin went through the numbers rather quickly, but just understand that that sounded weird. What is that? Anyway, okay, we're good to go. We're just going to continue. All right. So I just wanted to cover that basic information there. We got 61 sites.
Yep.
And can you hear me clearly? Because I'm getting a lot of feedback.
I can hear you perfect. Yep.
Okay, awesome. Okay. What is the contract price? Let's get into the real numbers now.
1.25 million.
1.25 mil. What makes this a good deal? I mean, I understand we just went through the value add, but I want to just break it down slowly for everybody.
Yeah, so basically, this is in upstate New York, about 15 minutes from the capital, which is Albany, and we're paying about $20,000 a site. Basically, they call it permitted site because there's 61 permitted, which is very cheap. They're selling right now stuff for $40,000 to $60,000 per site. So roughly, we're buying this at 50 cents of probably the value in the very near future. So we're getting a very good deal, and there's a ton of value to be added. Ton of value.
Right, which we just went over with the 6 units and the 4 units.
Yep.
So yeah, now this sounds awesome. Now, right now, you said you're getting it at 50% or 50 cents on the dollar, $20,000 per site. What is the rent roll now? And what do you think what does the pro forma say that the rent roll would be once this whole entire park has been stabilized with the brand new mobile homes? Are you going to raise rents? Explain all that.
Yeah, so basically right now the park is doing roughly around 23,000 a month. Once the park is stabilized meaning all the lots have been filled, the homes that need to be demoed out and replaced with new homes and then sold off to become tenant owned. And then obviously the park owned that are vacant gets remodeled and flipped, and the new tenant comes in there. That's gonna take between 12 to 18 months for everything. But once that's said and done, we should be around 32,000 a month gross revenue. But you gotta understand, we just brought in probably $250,000 plus of cash. So our rent roll went up 10,000 a month roughly. We brought in a bunch of cash and we converted a lot of the park owned to lot rent. Which why is that important? Is now we have no maintenance, we have no overhead, we have no risk. We own the land and the land never loses. So if you have a house, if we own the house and the house has a roof damage or a plumbing issue or an electrical issue, us as the park owners still have to maintain that issue and fix it. But reverse that, once we sell that home off and we're now just the landlord, that person in that home, they're responsible for their home. That's their home. We're not responsible for it. So we're going to be up about 10,000 a month, which is 120,000 a year, but we're bringing in a lot of cash by selling off the inventory, kind of like a grocery store. So we're making our expenses go a lot less and the park more manageable and easy to manage.
Okay, so on a monthly basis, what's the cash flow on that once it's stabilized?
So stabilized net, you're saying what is it going to net?
Yeah, on a monthly basis, once it's stabilized, once everything is fixed, it's 18 months to a year and a half later, everything's fixed. You're bringing in 32 a month. What's that going to cash flow?
Yeah, it's roughly gonna cash around 10,000 a month clean net, like net. I'm very conservative, gonna do 12 to 14, 100%, but we got a clear 10,000 a month coming in, and that's actually on a refinance. I ran the numbers in a refi. That's when all of our capital is out. So my goal is within 36 months, all the capital has been refinanced and paid out, and the investors paid out in full, and then we're netting about 10K a month collectively. But in the process of that, we're going to be doing a little bit more because our interest is going to be a little bit lower. Our debt's going to be a little bit lower. So roughly, you're looking at, while we still have the first loan we're closing on, you're roughly looking at about 12 to 14 a month. But the goal is buy year one, stabilize by year three, and year three refinance or sell if the number makes sense. But if we do refinance, we'd be making about 10,000 net. But in year 2 to 3, somewhere in that range, we should be doing about 150 a year clean, 12,000 a month roughly net cash flow.
Cool. All right. Let me cover that real quick for everybody, so they can get a visual on that. As you notice, I'm trying to go a little slow tonight.
Yep.
So people can actually catch up. All right, so beautiful. So the contract price is 1.25, right?
Yep.
Stabilized, right? Let's just say 2 years have gone by. What do you think the property's worth?
2 years go by, 24 months, let's say. I think
Yeah.
I'm on 25. We're probably worth 2.7 to 2.8.
Okay, 2.7 million. So that's an increase of 1.5 right there.
Yep.
That's a beautiful
And
thing.
how do we get there? To think about it, if we infill 7 vacant lots and we pick up $600 a month, just right there is $4,200 a month times 12 is 50 grand a year at an A cap. That's $600,000 right there. Some of those 7 vacant lots. That's not including the park owned ones. That's not including the ones we have to demolish, and that's not including raising the rents of the current park owned and the current tenant owned. So, with all that being said, we should roughly be around like I said, 2.6 to 2.7 by year 2, and then by year 3, when we're time to refinance, we should be around $3 million valuation.
Okay, all right. So let's cover that real quick. In year 3,
Yep.
All right, so let's go. You know what? Let me get rid of this. This is year 1. So you talk about, let's go to, you saying 3 mil? You believe 3 mil?
By month 36, by month 37, we'll be at $3 million. Yes.
Okay, so let's do 3 million. Year 3. Now, you're looking to refinance at this point?
Depending on the market. I mean, obviously, I'm knocking on some wood, but if the rates come down and it makes sense financially for everybody, the partners and everybody, yeah, we'll refinance. And if not, if the market's looking hot, we'll put it up for sale and we'll get an end user. And to be completely honest, we'd be asking 50,000 a lot, which we already have comps to prove that we can get that in today's market. Obviously, not the condition it's in now, but if it was fully stabilized, we'd get that today. And there's already comps that supported it in the and within 20 miles from the park. There's been a couple of sales that sold for like 48, 50,000 a site.
Okay. All right. So we have plan 1, right? is in year three to refinance.
Pull out all the capital, get all the
Which is-
investors paid out in full, and hopefully a little cash out, and then take that property, make sure the management's tight, and just continue to produce cash flow.
Right? So the investors get their cash back and continue to earn cash flow from the rent.
Correct. Correct.
So that's the first thing. Now, before I don't want to forget one thing. You know, if we purchase that 1.25 and we're in year three and it's worth $3 million and we refinance, everybody's just getting back the investment.
Nope. Let's be conservative. Let's say we get appraised for 275, and we go back to the bank. The bank says, "Hey, we'll give you a 70% of the current value," which again, obviously, would be 2.75. We'd pull out essentially a loan for approximately like 1925, 19. If we're all in this thing with closing costs, fees, construction, CapEx, 1.4, 1.375, we'd have about a $500,000 cash out. So if somebody owns 25% of that, they would get all their capital out, plus an additional $125,000 of tax-free money. Plus they own the park 25% until we refinance or resell it again. They get paid every single month.
That's a beautiful thing. All right. So just to recap real quick, you're going to get your money back, whatever you invested. Let's just say you put in 100. Hopefully you get back 2x, right?
Yep, that's the goal.
So if you put in 100, the goal is to hopefully get back 200 because of the refi. But at the same time, you're going to continue to get cash flow from the rent.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. So basically, look, the goal is on a refi is year one, the investor is going to make 7% of their money, regardless if the park performs or not. Plus, they're going to get their equity stake in the park. So year one, 7% pref. So which means it's straight return, not based on the performance, just based on you investing in the deal. And then that goes until all your capital is out. So if your capital stays in the deal for that long, that's how long your capital stays in for. Then your pref stays the same. And then the goal within 3 years, based on pref interest and cash flow, not including the refinance amount, is roughly going to be about 40%, 41% in those 3 years. And then if you cash out, everything on top of that is gravy. You get all your capital back. And then anything on the cash out refinance would obviously be tax-free. But in terms of actual cash flow percentage-wise, our goal in 3 years is 40% of your money. So year one around 10, year two around 14, and year three around 14 to 15. So roughly around 40%.
So what you talk about is this, right? 7% preferred interest?
Yep.
All right. So for you guys who may or may not understand what this means is if you invest $100,000 into this mobile home park with Austin, he's offering 7% interest on your money. So you put $100,000 in, that's 7% annualized, that's $7,000 that you'll receive annually until you receive your investment back out, right? Then you have cash flow, right? Your portion of the rent roll that the property produces, okay? Now, once you get your money back, the 7% pref goes away, but you're going to have your investment back and you continue receiving cash flow for as long as you own the property. Right, Austin?
Correct. Yep.
That is a beautiful thing. And like he just said, in year three, you'll earn the 7% for as long as your investment is still in. You're going to get the cash flow. But like he said, in year three, they'll go and either refinance the property, which is if the interest rates are good, you're going to get your money back. Hopefully 2x your money, meaning you put in 100, you'll get back 200.
Yep.
Right? All the while you were earning 7% interest on your money plus cash flow. That's a beautiful thing. That's sick. And then if the market is hot enough, you can just sell and everybody gets their money and you move on to the next deal.
Amen. Plus, if we sell, we're gonna have a big cash out for everybody. So in that example, if you invested 100, you make about 40% of cash flow for the first 3 years. And then a resale, if we sell it for, let's call it 3 million, and let's say we're all in with closing costs and brokers 1.5, there'd be $1.5 million of profit. If you own 10% of that, you get another 150, plus you made 40,000 in 3 years. You made 190 of profit, plus you got back your 100. So you got back a check for 290. That's basically you're getting back a total of 190,000 of profit off a 100K investment within 37 months.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. And then because of that, you know, you get to do what Ken McElroy always talks about. You know,
Amen.
you go infinite. You know, either you get your money out and your money continues to cash flow for you, or you just recycle the money into another deal. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. So I wanted to keep this video really, really simple. Just one more question, a few more questions. Who and how is this park being managed?
Great question. So yeah, we have a company that internally it's called AJ3 Management, and AJ3 Management has a mobile home park division, and we have one employee full time for the company. Plus, every single park has a park manager. So we look at it as like external, like contractors, right? External employees, but every park manager is a fiduciary to the park, and they get compensated fairly to manage the park, manage any huge tenant problems, deal with vendors and stuff like that. So we have boots in the ground at every park we buy. And then our in-person mobile home park specialist deals with them. And we also have a full-time leasing agent to lease any of the new park own if we have those, or lease the lots, whatever the case may be. So we have a leasing agent, full-time mobile home park director, and then we have a park super and obviously park vendors for every single park.
All right, so let me make sure I understand this. Every park has a pretty much like a superintendent on it.
Yes.
All right. And then you have a leasing agent that you guys have
Yep.
for all your parks.
Yep.
All right. And then you also have someone in your office that basically manages all these people. Yes?
Manages, yeah, the leasing, and also they manage all the parks. The director of mobile home parks.
That's awesome. Okay. So you have all these people in place. That's a beautiful thing. That's awesome.
Yep.
And these people are all on site, correct?
Yeah, so the leasing, yeah, all the supers are on site. They're there. They live there, live in the community. They get a discount on rent, obviously, and some upside. And their goal is to manage the park day to day. And if there's any emergencies, they have to let us know right away.
Okay, so you answered my question. I was gonna say, how do they get paid? What do they get? But you answered that. All right, so they get a discount and other things as well, obviously. That's a beautiful
Correct.
thing.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you know they already been there for a while. They dealing with plumbing and snowing and plowing and all that stuff. All that stuff is already in the pro forma, correct?
Yep, everything's built in. And actually, funny enough, Roger, the park manager at Troy is a rock star. Her name's Gloria. She is extremely smart. She knows the game inside and out. She knows the whole community. Everybody loves her. When I was there, every tenant that came up to her only said positive things like she has a really good relationship with people there. And she knows the stuff. She knows her game.
Okay, that's one thing that we didn't mention is that the name of the park is Kindle Mobile Home Park, and it's located in Troy, New York. Now, I'm
Yep.
going to talk about something here real briefly that is not directly part of the mobile home park. I don't know if you know this or not, but I've been reading the news up on Albany a little bit, and actually it was a political thing about Kristen Gillibrand. She's one of the state senators of New York, and a semiconductor company upstate New York in Albany actually just received $850 million so that they can compete on the global market, creating these chips, these super semiconductor chips. So that all that money is going in to Albany, and Troy is just like 15 minutes away. So a lot of people are going to be moving up to Troy. Now, there's another thing that I wanted to ask you, Austin, is we just purchased Selkirk Mobile Home Park, which is about what, 20 minutes away from this one?
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Between
Right.
15 and 20 minutes.
Right. Now, can you tell everybody what happened at Selkirk when the city came to talking about expanding or something? Can you explain that?
Yeah, so obviously mobile home parks in these areas are very rare, meaning there's not a lot of them. Like other areas of New York and of the whole country, there's a lot of mobile home parks. I drive sometimes out of state and I see a mobile home park every 5 minutes. Upstate's a little, this area close to Albany is a little more rare. So anyways, me and Roger bought this park about 15 minutes from Albany, downtown town hall. It's in Albany County, and the city had approached us and said that they needed some help with the affordable issue going on, and they've asked us what our plans are with the extra land, because right now it's 44.4 acres and we're only utilizing about 8 acres, so there's about 36 acres left. Out of the 36 acres left, 15 of the acres are wetlands, so there's still 21 acres left of buildable, usable land. So they asked us, hey, what do you guys want to do with it? We'd be open to allowing you guys to build more because we need help with the affordable issue. We don't have enough apartments. We don't have enough new construction. So they know that land is rare. So same thing with this one in Troy, that we have great land there. We might be able to put some more up there. But the point of the story is in these areas, there's so much affordable, the affordable housing need is crazy. And we'll be able to infill the lots, infill the homes so fast because there's a demand for affordable housing in these areas.
Yeah, so that's basically what I was getting at too, is that there's there's such a demand, especially with the economy, with the way rents are and everything, that you know, affordable housing is needed. Now, I don't know if you know about this. Another thing is on top of the 850 million that semiconductor company is receiving or already received is I was talking to some of my people now up in Albany, and they told me that not too far from Selkirk, the mobile home we bought over there, they're developing, and it's going to be opening up, I think in the next year or two, is they're putting up a brand spanking new Costco. So
That's
that,
great.
yeah, so that's also, that commerce right there is going to be bringing in a lot of money. Because I was told from my friends up there that Costco has been slowly buying up land up there for like the last 10 years. And now that they finished buying up all the land that they needed, now they're going to go ahead and put up their Costco.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome, bro. So between that 850 million and Costco going up soon, these two mobile home parks, forget about it. Awesome. These are slam dunk, great deals, you know. So for anybody watching, if you're still on and you want to know some more information, the bottom line is that these mobile home parks, they're not going anywhere. They're gonna be here probably way past my death, and they just make money. They're affordable homes, okay? 'Cause how much is a mobile home, a brand new mobile home, Austin?
From the dealer or if you bought it off us?
Uh, no, let's just say somebody wants to buy their own mobile home park, their own mobile home.
Yeah, so 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, single wides in these areas go for roughly around like 45 to 60,000. Brand new. I'm talking brand new everything with infill. And then for 3 bedrooms, they roughly go around 60 to 75, somewhere in that range.
And
Depending on
for
how
us,
nice it is. Yeah.
and for
For us,
us,
we can get the home for 45 for twos, and then for threes, we can get it around 55 to 60. So we'll have some spread there. Be on for like, we'll make about 15 to 20K a flip.
okay, so awesome. So you have affordable homes, you have plenty of money going into the area. You know it's not going anywhere, right?
Yep.
This one, Kindle Mobile Home, it's a serious value add because of the let's be honest, it's a value add because the current homeowners, owners, whatever it is, they mismanaged it. They're making plenty of money. They don't care. So it's a great investment. And we know the management is in place. The money, the purchase price is awesome. Austin,
Yep.
let me ask you some questions about you. How many mobile home parks do you own?
Right now we have 9, and we have another 5 in contract. including this one. So we'll have about 14 by called February 1st, 2025.
Awesome. See, so you have some experience with mobile home parks. Awesome. That's a beautiful thing. All right, cool. So you have some experience there. You have the management in place. I think we pretty much covered everything. If anybody has any questions, you can email me, text me, call me, and we'll answer your questions from that point. All right, beautiful. Awesome. Is there anything
Awesome.
else you want to say?
No, man, I think we look at it. There's a lot of we set up. We spoke about a lot of numbers, a lot of high level stuff. The most important thing is, look, if somebody's living in an apartment and they get the rent increase and they can't afford it, there's only two places they can go: one, the street, or two, a mobile home park. So that's why affordable housing is in demand right now and will continue to be over the next 3 to 4 years. And I think these parks will be getting increasingly that more valuable as the affordable issue only grows, which it probably will, being in New York. So I think we're buying it at the lowest possible price, 20,000 a unit. If anybody can find 20,000 a unit within 20 to 30 minutes of Albany, call me because we'll buy another one because it's impossible. This is like one of the cheapest deals I've seen in this area for a while, and it's going to be very profitable. So we'd love you to invest with us in this deal. If not, catch in the next one, but this one will go quick, and you don't want to miss out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Austin, thank you for the video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for putting this deal together. God bless. And let's get this one done. Let's put this one under and move on to the next deal. God bless.
Awesome. Roger, thank you very much, man.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Take care. Have a good night.